point platform. TTPTV. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well on for tomorrow. Now we go make salute.
Yes, family, now welcome back to yet another very important segment where they come through the Talking Point platform. My name is Mohamed Kago. Today, we can look, analyze deeply the 5 years of Julius Maada Bio. You know, we people can get one parable. They say 100 years, not to forever. Indeed, 5 years, 10 years, not to forever. When people can get parable, they say no matter how the next long, they do go most clean. And it would all reach to the end of the road. President Julius Maada Bio don't reach in 5 years yesterday. Technically, he's no longer the president of Sierra Leone, just a caretaker now until the election concluded on June 24. And if he win, then he gets a fresh mandate. But at his stand now, he's no longer the constitutionally approved president of Sierra Leone. It's just a caretaker president. But however, the main reason we make Ukaya today, now we can see, analyze the things where President Julius Maada Bio be promised the first term where become where then declare a winner, onto the Middle Ages, onto the last period, and all in between. And we have go out part of the area where then seen the legacy of President Julius Maada Bio. Now, not going to say, you say get the opportunity for the comment. Definitely, as usual, as long as it's civil, we go read her. They can't shortly.
Talking Point platform for news every day. Now we country alone for education, entertainment, political affairs. TV. We put enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit. TV.
Yes, yeah. Welcome, Aisha. Welcome. We esteemed viewers. We appreciate you now all. We tell you plenty. Thank you for joining we. Now, we're not going to waste time. We'll go straight to the point. But before we can deeply into the analysis, bring down some videos there with some time and not see it, or maybe not don't see, or for refresh our mind, let's go back into history. Let's check now the archives. Let's listen quickly and come.
I hereby certify that Bio Julius Maada, having told 1,319,406. 1,319,406 of the valid votes cast in the 31st March 2018 presidential election runoff has been duly elected President of the Republic of Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone's new president was hurriedly sworn in late on Wednesday, just hours after the Elections Commission announced he won 51.81% of votes cast in the March 31st runoff. The opposition candidate and former military junta leader Julius Maada Bio was sworn in just before midnight at a hotel in the capital, Freetown, by Chief Justice Abdullahi Hamid Charm. Bio thanked the people of Sierra Leone for taking the country in a new direction.
The dawn of a new era. Yes. The people of this great nation have voted for change in the new direction. We are honored and privileged to serve the new government of Sierra Leone. We have only one country, Sierra Leone, and we are all one people. My government will promote national unity, national cohesion, and disciplined leadership as the foundation.
Maada Bio, who briefly ruled Sierra Leone as head of a military junta in 1996, will replace outgoing President Ernest Bai Koroma. he now faces the difficult task of rebuilding the impoverished West African nation's economy that was dragged down by the world's deadliest Ebola epidemic and a global slump in commodity prices.
Fumbled. That was a turning point. The expectations were very high. The hopes were very high. Sierra Leoneans then beget a reason for belief say yes indeed. Here comes another possible who can turn things around. They can turn the economy around. But I mean, it not go far, even take 1-2 years to begin a cry. The first place where a cry. Now, if you listen carefully on the clip who I just played, so the president say is going to be the president of all Sierra Leoneans, regardless of your tribe, political affiliation. This was what he promised Sierra Leoneans. But once he stepped into the office, the first cry we first now social media, now the issue of statistics Sierra Leoneans were unjustly, for no good reasons, then just sack people. Not bring come for now them videos there. They remind people. Not bring a come for now. It was terrible. It was like a burying for people. People in shock. People they're not even understand. People where you for expected tenure of office or then job for be secured. Now listen this clear.
Press conference where then get for all today with the 244 terminated staff from Statistics Sierra Leone. Now we go inside
to the government of Sierra Leone about the conditions, the 244 people from Statistics Sierra Leone are subjected to in this country. It is a breach.
I'm a former staff of Statistics Sierra Leone. On the 22nd May 2019, 244 of us were terminated without any due process. We have channeled our complaint to the different complaint mechanism body, such as the Ombudsman, the Human Rights Commission, the Ministry of Labor, and also other state actors like NGOs. Some of us had worked in that institution for over 16 years. We have been trained and are well experienced. Some of us had masters in mathematics, in statistics, economics, and...
All right, so Famula as now they see, this was the cry force. Statistics Sierra Leone, then at the first casualty of the BO regime, the first casualty. Then sack people unjustly for no good reason, absolutely. But one can phone a video first before we come to the other part of the videos that we'll get for can show now today. Waiting the government say they don't do. There we get a balanced way. Lobbying and come for now quickly. All right, the video is still a prepare. We go carry time. But now we move on quickly first. This was one of the first casualty. Now let's move a little bit. Let's see. Immediately after that, things can begin change in the sense that we see the First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone. This is now one of the statements we talk. But I mean, sometimes when people can be underrate this statement where you talk about mob justice, people can completely underrate this statement will not be no say now this then they come forward. Now Lord remind Salon people about this particular statement. Lord listen this.
And now we tell the one the way that they sabotage what they do say. If we catch you now, would they begin the mob justice now? Would they beat you on a public? We make the whole man no say now una bad habits more time and they won't know the change. Corruption does chronic on a body to avoid.
Yeah, so Fambule, when I get them very clear, that was the First Lady publicly, as if to say, Salon, we don't degenerated to a level of anarchy. In other words, like within a jungle justice. In other words, within a place wherein the rule of law is no longer being observed, as if to say we don't suspend the constitution. The first lady took up upon herself social media. They say, if they catch anybody, now mob justice. This is just the beginning. Now, I want to let you watch further. But I want to ask a question, and even the flyer I put up, we asked a question. The presidency of Julius Maada, was it a blessing or a curse for Sierra Leoneans? We go open probably the line for Leone to get the opportunity for tell me if not a blessing or not a curse. Now, it depends on the opposite way it acts. Immediately after that, we begin to see what? Killings upon killings. Now, now we can quickly force before, now we bring come for now one guy. Some of them don't see this video, some of them don't see it. This was a guy in a bow where talk he praised the late and the ex-president, President Koroma. Because imagine, Part 5 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone guarantee freedom of speech. A guy writes for talk. And this particular guy not be talk, nothing bad. Absolutely. It just highlights the things where if he's in a good thing where the ex-president do. Lord, listen. Some of them don't see this, some of them don't forget, but they remind now, they keep them listening. This quiet.
Michael, and the president and the Bo Ministerium. I just want to tell family and some of the people who don't know the good work and it's like we don't do a bow for we the Bo people, especially who the Bo. The number one good work they work is part of what everybody really in a bow all the part of the stadium way and it's like we don't do for we. Now all the part of even the president, the current president will go when Julius Maada anything you program na this stadium they can. And they can't host the program where they get. So where from where they say we put some people in the kitchen that they say and it's like one do good thing about it. And number one beneficial something this and it's like one do for win about where or for able praise and for tell and thank you. Then one. Then two, anybody will be able to know how 2007 how to conquer been there. 2007 how to conquer been there. And it's like command inmate to conquer for we. Then
all right, that's not the one video now. They look the other video immediately.
Address, that's where they go. Let's go inside. Go inside. Yes. Let me some next down now. Let me next down. Yes. A bad stop it in. Logo direct. Logo. I don't know the bike. Logo. Do that like this. Come here, you go. Yeah.
You get anything for deny from that? This is AIG left farm. Huh?
Not of you, now wait till you put it.
Huh? Now you photo down it directly. You wear the black.
What's that going to left this fire?
Huh? Everything but you is black. Level at this.
What's that going left?
All right, so Fambul, this guy, Michael, was arrested. He was jailed, I think, 9 months or maybe more than jailer because this man team up now Bo Stadium said this Bo Stadium was made by ex-president Koroma, and because he dressed black. Can you imagine? They said because we don't see Ben Kaifala there, then declare Black Monday. Ben Kaifala there, this current SCC boss, they're not all there, they're not doing nothing, then protest. This man was not abusing the president. He was not saying anything wrong. He was just stating the fact by saying this particular stadium where I'm standing right now was made by the ex-president. And he highlighted some of the roads that was constructed by the ex-president. He was jailed for more than 9 months. He gets a family. Can you imagine? That was just a beginning, a tip of the iceberg. Now, you go shock. Chris Man, what they call Chris Man, Blacka, where he mentally retarded. I know they have a provoking situation. I'm sorry for her, and I go want for he gets better health. But the point what I make here is, even Chris Man, possibly mentally retarded, mentally challenged, no spare. Now, la play for the clip where then they beat Blacka boku of now I don't see her. But let's see if I still get that clip there. I pray that I still get her where when I see how then it treats Blacka. I hope I get this clip. Oh, I hope I get this clip. Oh. All right, so family, they clip them boku. I will still search for her. Once I get Blacka in clip, I go play on for another see how they beat, how they handle possibly mentally retarded, and then put na cell because they say it cost the president. In fact, it was even arraigned in courts. Then take Blacka, Chrisman, a mentally retarded person, then carry and go to court. This was the time where I shock. This was the time where I pull out by the judiciary of Sierra Leone. A mentally retarded person, then take and carry and go to court. The arena before the court, then say in crime we commit, the police prosecute and say it cost the president. Can you imagine? Judges sit down back for that case day. I mean, that says una trespass the case, man. Una trespass the case, man. Because can you imagine? You guys have the guts to sit down, discussing or even listening to that garbage that this man insulted the president, and as a result, it needs to be brought to justice. That was the time where I pull out the judiciary of Sierra Leone. No wonder when the EU pull a report say one of the corrupt institutions of the country na the judiciary. And it's a fact because many Sierra Leoneans do not get confidence in the judiciary. This was one of the typical examples. Now, after that, we see some of the rhetoric the way they come up from the president. Now, one of the things they do, the president for letting not criticize her in any way, in any shape, it tried for block social media by passing a law we call the cybercrime law. The cybercrime law was good, but what it didn't do, the intent inside the act was not for the interest of the Sierra Leonean people, but for the interest to protect the government of Sierra Leone. There is a proof. Last shown at the proof where President Julius Maada Bio back then, when he was just campaigning, he was just vying to become a president, is stating the fact, he's stating the power of the social media. And once he assumes office, he knows for sure that if he does not do anything, the social media or the media itself will pounce upon him. Listen to...
People did not begin to speak up, but I want to make you all joy. We not for be silent about that. Wherever you are. Today we have the email, we get internet. Our voices can be heard. Don't underestimate your own individual contribution. The cumulative impact of that can move the whole government. Put your voice out there. Why I talk about the social media, inside Salona, WhatsApp, Facebook, most of the young people are looking at funny phone today. So when you propagate any message through that, before you know it's out there, it's not 100%. Not even the penetration maybe it's about 30 or how many percent. But a lot of people will read now. They get WhatsApp, they get Facebook on their website. So we get to take advantage of that. And why we take the internet seriously? Because now in they direct the international community and they have a great say in what happens.
All right, so Fambul, President Bio was fully aware about the strength of the social media. What he do? He come up with a law for all people there. Listen this carefully.
The media to play an important role in the development of our democracy, that they need to be monitored and controlled. That monitoring is what you are doing. We all need you to protect us in a way, and therefore your task is one that is a tall order. The more effective you are, the more our people feel protected. I can see that you're quite ambitious, and I want to say thank you for that. And I can see that you have done quite a lot in the short time. even when you had not been formally commissioned by me, but you have done quite a lot. I want to say a big thank you to the chairman and all of you, and this is an impressive group of very important steps. So I hope that with that act, you'll be able to regulate and monitor the many newspapers, TV stations. As you know, today, the new media is posing quite a lot of challenge to all of us. We have to get our heads around that because it gives the opportunity to people to hide in their little corners behind the keyboard, and they can cause quite a lot of damage. How we bring or mainstream those and make sure that they can be checked is something that you have to tell us as you monitor the media landscape, because quite a lot of them have gone digital, so you don't have a physical allocation for them. But that is why you have a very good array of people from different walks of life, and we encourage you to really do your job to the best of your ability. Thank you very much for what you've done so far.
So, the role was of the IMC back then for monitor the media, because technically social media, and then pass this law and then put people in where friendly or where actually now members of the SLPP for monitor, for control, where the constitution of the country guarantee freedom of speech. The media and the fourth estate is powerful. Why the media are powerful? Because it all elected or we officials them accountable, transparency for day. If we not hold them accountable, left and so no more, then go make mistake. If they make mistake, the people and they all for correct them. And the reason we make the media for day for correct them. But President Bio, I think, is lucky. Now, one of probably the luckiest Sierra Leoneans when we know they are alive, when you look at the history. But President Bio is not lucky to have people of good intention that surround him. And why would they blame President Bio? Now, because Naina, the leader, the advices, whether they give you as a leader, are not incumbent upon you for taker, not to pauper. I can get advice. You get advice that if the advisor advise you, he left to you as a president, as a man of wisdom, for using discretion, whether you want to take or not. But most of the advices there, where President Bio then said it again, they take on Uklan and Sinka. Why? Because President Bio is surrounded by people where he get panic over. President Bio is surrounded by people where he feel a little bit obligated to. President Bio is surrounded by people where he feels a order obligation, because this is a president for more than 20 years was out of work. He was unemployed, jobless for more than 20 years. And during those trial times, those difficult periods, there are people who have been sponsoring the president, helping him. These are his friends, his members of the Old Boys Association, Bo Old Boys Association. They were donating 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, just at least to keep him afloat, just at least to keep him decent. So when he becomes president, he felt the need to repay them. This was one of the biggest mistakes where President Julius Maada make. So the appointment was based on sentiments. The appointments were based on friendliness, on who personally he knows, not those people who are qualified, who have the competency to deliver for the people of Sierra Leone. One of the biggest mistakes. And that I make history go judge President Bio as one of the worst presidents, according to some people. What did they say? History go judge as one of the worst presidents. Why? Because during the president's short period of 5 years, we see rampant killings. Now take a look at this last one for us before we come to the latest one. I think Lord will just take this one first. When a lot of people die for, I think, machine. Can you imagine? Na Makeni, Lord just put out. When it costs $100,000, or even if it costs more than that, what's the need? What's gonna be the need? What's gonna be the need? Lord, just a moment. At the try for friend. A lot of videos in there. We'll not go play all, but we'll go try for do best for bring on some of them where we feel say highly interesting. we anchor with this. All right.
At least 5 people died in clashes against the government's plan to move a power plant in Sierra Leone. Police opened fire on demonstrators who were protesting against the dismantling of the Makeni thermal power plant in the center of the country on Saturday. The work was due to begin, but young people opposed it. The protests escalated and rioters attacked several nearby buildings, including headquarters of the ruling Sierra Leone People's Party. Security forces then attempted to disperse the crowd with tear gas and live ammunition. As a result of the tense day, a curfew was imposed on Saturday evening. The Information Minister explained the move would not affect the city's electricity supply and that the aim was to temporarily support the airport in Freetown, the capital, which was scheduled to reopen on July the 22nd.
All right, that was very unfortunate. That was uncalled for. And the president get people where they tell and say if we use the iron fist. The president get people or where they listen to people. I mean, to a point that it seems as if there is a hit squad, a special squad where they actually for carry the president in order. But again, I think I don't see the video where they look for where I talk about Blacka, where I'm so sorry for her. Can you imagine? Somebody were mentally challenged. I think I don't see her.
I give them a video. They go up here as the talk say you not about yourself for money. You are lucky, bastard picking. You nasty sexuous. Let me say, I mean I respect bastard picking. I respect me president. I mean I can say respect. I miss you no other one. You nasty, bastard picking. I don't tell you. If you say crazy, I miss you. You're nasty ass. Okay, you don't know on the street so street. You go you are lucky. Bastard picking.
Look what you guys do. He's a bastard of this.
All right, so family, you can imagine Chrisman, then say the Chrisman cost the president. Then say cost the president. It cost the president, and before they can go to a mental home, then go EPA for like getting senses, and they deal with them senselessly. Because as we look at them, they deal with them senselessly. Now, I want to play for the other side of the president. Now, don't get me wrong. Not to say President Bio 100% he can do bad. No, I know this is so. No, I not go sit down and I tell you say all waiting president in 5 years he not do anything good, all not bad. So therefore, Lord play some of the good parts of President Julius Maada Bio will continue the second leg of this program. But they can't even text them. All right, this a little bit will be last year. It will be a little bit difficult for Cowdies, but last year it will be better last year.
Bio was elected president of our beloved republic with 51.8% of the total valid votes following the presidential runoff elections held on March 31, 2018. His presidency started exactly 5 years ago on April 4th, 2018, almost a month to his 54th birthday. His Excellency Dr. Julius Maada Bio, who retired at the accomplished rank of Brigadier General, has always put the nation first, having joined the armed forces at a young age and was willing to put his life on the firing line in defense of our peace and security. Even when he became head of state at the tender age of 31, he obliged himself to the national interest, handed over power to the civilian administration of Ahmad Tijan Kaba, and has always safeguarded our peace and democracy. For the last 5 years, President Julius Maada Bio has been on a mission investing in human capital development with 22% of our national budget allocated to education, addressing infrastructural deficits, pulling our girls and women up, creating the space for the press and our citizens to speak freely, managing our economy amidst the perplexing global challenges. His Excellency President Julius Maada has been on a mission. Even within a very constrained environment, precipitated largely by the COVID-19 pandemic and the Russia-Ukraine conflict, but also given the toxic domestic political environment, the administration of Julius Maada Bio has achieved more in the first 5 years than any presidency before it. Together with the love of his life, they have crisscrossed this nation more than any first family before them. And together with the people of Sierra Leone, His Excellency the President, retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Maada Bio, continues to make a positive difference in the lives of our people. And so on June 24th this year, let us renew the mandate of President Julius Maada Bio to continue the business of restoring our domestic pride and our international dignity. Thank you.
Yeah, so Fambul, now the other part of President Julius Maada Bio. And one thing where I just like about Salone people, now the political maturity where Salone people don't get. Sierra Leoneans, they don't, these days, they don't show more interest in politics than ever before. People and eyes don't they open. Even people when SLPP people and SSSF, we vote for this particular government, these people, some of them, they come out plainly now, they say, no, my man disappoints we big time. It disappoints we big time. Now, as if this not enough, one of the things where I feel so painful, now the killing where President Julius Maada Bio orchestrated inside this country in 5 years. Because life now one. Once you take them from person, you're not going to ever for again, you're not going to take again for one. You're not going to able to take nothing no day will go substitute life. Now, look out some of the videos them back where we see deliberately for machine when President Julius Maada Bio can have power. The resources, the state resources, it is used for technically for in order for appease the particular in stronghold, not worry for even not even feel the guilt for even deprive certain part of the country just for please other sets. Now, most of the tale they talk here, I will not they talk just because one talk out, they come up with fact and blend out with videos. Take a look at this.
Let go, yeah, on repeat the point, check when they can already agree. You must go no side. I will write, I will agree. You go no side.
All right. Now, forget about that day. That machine they gracefully enough, that not be commodity. Different from the one where be happened Makeni. But perhaps the thing where climax, the killing, the painful, the bitter memory of the country, now the August 10 protest. Take a look at this one.
Anger and frustration spilled to the streets. Protesters in Freetown and other Sierra Leonean cities wanted their voices heard.
We do not have freedom of speech. There's no respect for us, the women, and our economy is down, 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 and the cost of living is very high. Because of it, we are suffering.
It didn't end well. Several people were killed, including members of the security forces, when demonstrators and the police clashed. It revived images from the country's bloody civil war in the 90s. The president tweeted saying,
"As a government, we have the responsibility to protect every citizen of Sierra Leone. What happened today was unfortunate and will be fully investigated. I urge all Sierra Leoneans to be calm."
The government also imposed a nationwide curfew.
Government hereby declares a nationwide curfew with effect from today, Wednesday, 10th August 2022, commencing at 3 p.m.
While it's unknown whether the wave of protests will continue, the United Nations expressed serious concerns over the violence. So did the US, while France urged its citizens not to travel to Sierra Leone. Ali Hashim, Al Jazeera.
All right, Fambul. This was something where Dongona history, one of the darkest day for we as Sierra Leoneans. And the word and climax, the word and done, then the ranges, we're not even talk about the Pandeba Road killings. We're not even going under it. The people and where die now or die August 8th, even them people and not give them people. Can you imagine the body that the ordinary body now? They refuse to forgive them. 30 days, some man knows that they're very impossible. Then go back then, but they're not even sure who that they're not going to open the coffin and send the people and see. But perhaps the fight against corruption, now the thing that they were for say the president for don't win. Because during the presidency, we see the MCC, the Red Sierra Leone and other credible institutions on corruption perception index. The government they do extremely well, but I mean, just because it was not sincere, just because not balanced, just because like the corruption was only there for one set of people, make President Julius Maada not succeed for fight corruption. Now I'll come play for one short clip when a shock that statement they make a pull out for the fight against corruption as shame. I don't know. I was lost of words. I nobody expect say President Julius Maada would talk that one day. Now, don't listen what he promised along people. He actually say low fight corruption. Though you can't hear what he say. Like how the clip where it talks only one need corruption existential threats. All Sierra Leoneans for put their hands on deck. We see where some Sierra Leoneans they take on personal and begin fight corruption. The president denying that opportunity. Take a look at this.
But I want to say this clearly, that we have to draw the line on corruption in this country. We have to fight corruption, and it is a fight that we must win. And it is a fight that we must fight together in order to win. I know corruption is going to fight back, but we are on the better side of history. So I encourage all Sierra Leoneans to join me to fight corruption. This is just the beginning. As you might have learned, ending corruption or reducing corruption to the minimum is not just a governance issue. It's actually an existential issue because of the level and scale of corruption in this country. If we do not fight and win the fight against corruption, we are preparing this nation for another problem that will take us down. Corruption is at a level that can destroy this nation. I consider the level of corruption that we have met as a national security issue. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to have this report. Now we will find a way to chart the we will find the means to chart the way forward as to what we are going to do.
All right, that was a clarion call from the president, where some of we be buy, we appreciate. I'll tell people when President Julius Maada B.O.B. they go after people where they are let's say them thief, some of will be happy because we feel say accountability for day. We no go sit down, few people then empty we coffer for their own family, the way they want bring them come to book. We say no, they're not for bring them come to book because of XYZ. However, we no go ever succeed for fight corruption as alone because for one reason. And also let me first talk about, but we don't talk on this for a very long time. We cannot succeed to fight corruption because of the appointment of the ACC boss, the Anti-Corruption Commission boss. Because you don't go bet the finger where they feed you. The president constitutionally in get the rights for appoint the head of the commission, the Anti-Corruption Commission, and also fire her. And you know we expect the president and the ACC boss for go after the people where they close to the president in art, when I'm blue-eyed people. Now, when the president called Sierra Leoneans and said we all for join and for fight, this was the response from a renowned journalist like Chauno Ba, will begin the release document of massive grand-scale corruption where the first lady involved. Take a listen about this. What did the first lady do? Listen this.
Waiting, no other first lady not able for doing in this country, and that is bringing another first lady into this country. And not bring one, but bring 6 other first ladies within the sub-region. Bring 2 foreign ministry within the sub-region. Bring the head of the deputy head of ECOWAS, and bring the deputy head of the AU in this in the whole of Africa, inside Sierra Leone, for come launch the Hands Off Our Girl campaign. Now, would you feel say go pay the bill? When you want to let the world know who you are, when you want to let the world know what your country stand for, when you want to let the world know, say yes, you young government and the country where you dey under, the president where you dey under, that president he believe in gender equality. You have to do something for make the world know. So yes, I use that money towards that because all the people and the way them for come to this country, now somebody get for foot them. So if we not be spend that money there, tell me, Mr. Chernoba, you that know everything, tell me how them for know what will they do in this country. Today, Sierra Leone is one of the best countries where the world they make us an example. Today, you know why? Because we are transparent and because we come out and make let the world know, say, this government is a different kind of government. And the reason why the president empowered the first lady, just because you don't know, but Mr. Ba, now
yeah, so Famu, that was the first lady in Chauno Ba. Then they go on blows. I mean, multi-cali. Chauno Ba be exposed massive corruption in grand scale. Billions and billions of loans. Now, the first lady in office for buy chair, for answer for girl project, where waiting when it comes to this, the ACC said that they investigate. Can you imagine where this thing be boss? Last year, if I get a clip there for playing for now, where the ACC said they're going to investigate. They're going to investigate. But the investigation will lead them into 14 years. Can you imagine? Like say people and get ranked, like say people or salon people and don't understand. But anyway, if I see the clip as time they go, I'll go play on for now where ACC say they're going to investigate, but how they do the investigation? Then go with them back, years, and say then go investigate all the first ladies in the country because you get for be holistic. I mean, then feel say yes, because majority of salon people no go school, they're not studying the right, and that everybody now not go understand. Then forget say the power of social media day, the power of social media, we were for sensitize with brothers and sisters and made them understand. Now, the thing where asked me, the thing where I talk after the president don't call we for love support and for feds corruption, where Kevin begin to expose massive gun scale with a reference, clear evidence. It connects the bank account, the name, the source, the term, and puts everything. Wait till we see. The president not do nothing much because most of those people are now members of the SLPP. We see, I don't know if in a Timbo where 49,000 bags of rice, the ACC take and go to court before remember they don't pull and then say case not there against her. Now, the thing where asked me, I repeat this, the thing where asked me now this statement. Not listen.
Which they meant. And would you say the current fight against corruption has minimized corruption in your administration, or do you think you also have thieves in administration?
I wouldn't call anybody I've appointed as thieves, but I would tell you for sure that now, if you have to steal, you must be very cautious. Excuse me, we have all been corrupt in this country. We have to make it.
Even the president himself admitted to being corrupt. If we not check where during the debates, Dr. Samuel be say this man take Salome money, $18 million when he just hand over power to Tijan Kaba. $18 million and go sit on Ghana. The rest is history. He don't admit, say, himself corrupt. This, it talk, not to say, a paraphrase for no, now himself talk, say, it's part of the corruption. But the thing we ask me for that particular time, the talk we say, in no one, I wouldn't call people that I employ as thieves. There comes the mistake. President Bionoga for dinner all offices and for monitor the people there where he appoints. He might get good intention for them. Say, okay, this na me XYZ, na me friend, na me this. Then we'll take the oath before. He left to them for deliver, then with their conscience. But I'll tell you, all of majority, probably 99.9% of those people who took the oath, who took those offices, they enrich themselves at the detriment of Sierra Leoneans. So I not be expect the president for come publicly for defense say people where you appoint in a call them thief. Technically, you don't encourage them. Technically, you don't cover them. Technically, you don't motivate them. Technically, they feel at ease because you get them back. You get them back. Yes, this is what you have done. You have emboldened them. You have given them the courage. You have motivated them to go ahead and continue embezzling the state's resources, or probably some projects that are meant for certain communities or certain people, or the country as a whole for themselves. They will transfer, divert those monies into their pocket because they know for sure there is somebody there. The president will go out there and defend them that, look, I don't appoint thieves. But the president can talk for himself. But he cannot guarantee that all of those people that he appointed are honest people, or they will deliver judiciously, or they will deliver to the best expectation of even himself. So this was a grave mistake where the president, they come openly, they protect people. Can you imagine? The president is protecting people. Now, the difference between President Julius Maada Bio and former President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, now you see a clear line. I know they are for Campreza. This is not facts. When President Julius Maada Bio, when President Koroma be in power, one of the things we do, we make a send shockwave to all the ministers, was the cocaine deal. If you not remember, there was a cocaine 2000, I think it was 2008 or 2009, one plane land Nalunge, come up from South America. The then minister was Kemo Sise. In border, Mohamed Sise was involved in that racketeering. Do you know what President Julius and do you know what President Koroma did? He fired Komon-Tok pending investigation is suspended. That was shocking. You know why? Because Komon-Tok and President Koroma, we are friends before becoming president. We are friends. They were buddies. They were looking after each other. I mean, let them go up, like close friend. So when the president sets that example day, it sent a shockwave to many Sierra Leoneans there. I mean, so many ministers there will be getting intention for thief. Tap day, President Koroma, after to Kaba, if you not be there listing, I don't even remember the money, but now millions of dollars. And after to Kaba was the Minister of Energy. Corruption coincide. When then go talk about I think now electricity company from South Africa for Kangiwi electricity, where they say after to Kaba embezzle millions of dollars, I think 11 million, unable to understand. What's in President Koroma do? He fire after to Kaba. He not come out and defend them. He sets example with Komon-Tok, one of his best friend. And here is the president, Julius Maada Bio, coming publicly defending his appointees, saying they are not thieves. But how you go guarantee? What's proof? Anyway, Famula, you do not text them. And the line they can open, you say get the opportunity for call. President Bio, the presidency of Julius Maada Bio, was it a blessing to Sierra Leonean or a curse? The line they can't open. Now I'll take this one, they come up from Alfred Dauda Kamara. Thanks to you, my friend. Thank you very much, Alfred. This one they come up from Baby to Laga. Good evening, family. Welcome to the family, Baby too. And this one they come up from Smart Major. I am in UK. By next month, I'll be in Sierra Leone to cast my votes for Bio. Most of you did not register to vote. Thank you for your comment. Yes, this is not democracy. Now you're right. This one they come up from Abinti Sise, an eye opener for us. The worst nightmare we have ever experienced as a nation. This one they come up from Famidu Fona. Smart Major, you are right. 85% of SLPP members will vote for him. The remaining 20% will vote otherwise. Those votes will see you and your wicked cabal out of State House. This one they come up from Suleiman Bangura. That's perfect true. I see that video. All right. Yeah, things are what they do. Yeah, not they just do because we definitely count facts. You know they edit nothing for say we try for a doctor the video make it look real. No. Oh, and that's how they get it and so they put her. This one they come up from Princess Rosie. Bio's coming to power was cause for the people of Sierra Leone. May that cause on all the bad politicians in our beloved Mama Salon. Thank you very much for your comments. Bobsin Toure, one of we super fan. Bobsin Toure, I'm watching. Yes, this one they come out from. Let's see again. So we'll take this one they come up from Lamin Dumbuya. We say no, the government make we go back to slavery. They will beat anyone stand before them. Even the white man is treating us more better than our own government. Okay, and this one they come up from Kadiatu Kanu. I wish the national TV station replay these videos, but God gets patient. And this one they come up from G4. Welcome to TPP, that talking point platform. And this one they come up from Kadiatu Kanu. It's good to bring some of these videos to remind Sierra Leoneans. A very wicked man, what he says is different from what his actions. And this one they come up from Aisha. Kester. Blessed evening to my family. Yeah, welcome, Aisha. Greetings to you. And this one they come up from Zainab Koma. Thanks you, my brother, and God bless you and your family. God bless you too. And this one they come up from Awa Kumba. Hello, Mr. Mans. Thanks for your good job. And this one they come up from Suleiman Kamara. Bad government. All right. So Fambul, I think now then one and day we get time for it. So the line open. You go call winner. Last said and well. You go call winner and make your own contribution. What do you think? The presidency of Julius Maada, was it a blessing for Sierra Leone or a curse? You go only get to in our WhatsApp. So why should they wait for calls? Now continue with the videos then, because we got a lot of them. Like I said, perhaps not to all of them will go play. Not to all of them. Now, one of the things will be monami again. Now the fact that President Julius Maada not act as a statesman when it comes to unifying the country. This was true. This was fact. Not only they say this. When the president take that, I make the first clip I play, the president assures Sierra Leoneans that he will be the president of all Sierra Leoneans and that he will protect each and every one of us. As a president, you have obligation to serve as a father figure, as a sign or as a symbol of hope, as a symbol of unity. You should be able to galvanize. You should be able to coordinate. You should be able to bring us together, regardless of our political affiliation or divide or whatever differences we have among ourselves. You should be there as a father figure, bring us together and say things that probably will unite us more than divide us. But here is the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, President Julius Maada, was given the opportunity to speak to Sierra Leoneans about the divide, the political divide. Do you know what he said? La plan for now. I know they talk for her. La plan for now. This was an interview done on one of the biggest radio station in the country, 98.1. La plan for now. Listen this.
People ask this question all the time. Me and Ernest Baikroma are not all contested.
Country divided. We get you now an opportunity for talk to the people of this country. We feel that way, we feel aggrieved. So as head of state, what do you do for bring the country together? The country always divided. With mandate divide them into north, unity, into south, and the east. We say divide and we say Timini line, we get Mende line, we get this, we get that.
What you been saying you can't change?
Yes.
You see, this was the president who didn't give the opportunity. Even after Asma, they try for guide the president. He was guiding him. She was guiding him to say the correct thing. That's look, the country is divided. People are saying the country is divided. Now you have opportunity to speak to Sierra Leoneans. What will you say about the political divide? It was shameful. It was shameful for let the president say. I mean, it's so childish. Can you imagine that? And again, they even ask about the political divide between, the difference between Ian and Escobar. Listen to what you get for say again.
People ask this question all the time. Me and Ernest Baikroma are not all contested. So I don't know which are the importance. If I ask you, what are the relationship between you and your former boyfriend? What you will say?
Political leadership where plenty people they look up to.
We are not friends. I don't know why you want us to be friends.
For the sake of the good of the nation.
No, we cannot be friends. We are in talking terms and we will get national issue. If I invite you, you not go there. If I been go grip and when I go say, I don't start the violence. Not so.
So I can't get friendship.
Not to me.
Jokes when you talk on the phone.
A lot of APC don't have jokes to crack with me.
what's in the Hamburg with leaders? One of the first things where they make leaders in a salon fail, and many part of Africa, now because they are surrounded by people who are yes men. People know they will get some man will get the bold mind for tell the president truth. Because if you are for imposition, if you tell the president truth, the president was given the opportunity to speak to Sierra Leonean. Then what the president for talking. And like you and Escomano gets on another see eye to eye, you know, go sit on a national radio like that, say, we cannot be friends. We cannot like small picking. Can you imagine? We cannot be friends. We cannot be friends. I don't know why you want us to be friends. We cannot be friends. But even when they report the presenter, they say, okay, maybe they say, okay, for the good of the country. I don't know why you want us to be friends. We cannot be friends. But for the country, DJ Best at one time when I interview, he said, if he not be President Julius Maada, he dey go pong na Makeni. He dey go pong na Makeni. He go talk to the former president about the political divide and how to move the country. He said they go because I mean they're in power. If something goes wrong, they will blame me. They know they blame her because you time don't know. The president shows ego. The president shows some arrogance, I can say. You know? Now, the thing perhaps where millions of Sierra Leoneans, now the fact that we see the government take the people in for granted. A few days ago, the president said he don't change the face of Sierra Leone. Huh? All right, you don't get to first caller. If you know one call your name, that's fine. Just tell which side they call from, you get the platform. Yeah, all right, okay. Calls and the kinds, I don't know where that happened. All right. So a few days ago, the president, say don't change the face of Sierra Leone. Not listen to what the president say.
Kingdom, education, be one of the top priorities they wait for.
You get the platform. Yes. Yeah, good evening. You get the platform. Musa, they call from. If you know one call them, that's fine. You go just tell Musa they call for, you get the platform. Hello? All right, okay. Go ahead, you get the platform. The presidency, was it a blessing or a curse?
Well, it is two ways. One way, in come one as alone, like blessing. The other way again, in come one like curse. Because what can happen? In come one make see the difference. They don't know whether they talk bad about this APC as well. How APC you know, there's a lot of call because call this something this because right now on that platform the things they don't talk about APC is too bad before they come up. You understand? And they tell the version of Tijan Kaba, we see Akaba era. You understand? And after Akaba and the Skoma succeeded, we don't see inside that. Now, for the third time, all the exchange, you understand? Then we don't get the opportunity for see the difference between the two parties there. You understand me? And for them appreciate a good leader from the angel will not see it. And the school has a devil, but to appreciate, not angel will come. The ability to be an angel will not catch you different. So that's the blessing that could do that. Because people don't update waiting the past government will do. So, when they God give them, then when they inside the country, God give them this kind of year. So make them know sometime so that they will appreciate next time and they will appreciate when they get a good lead. They will know the difference. Because they don't say, do you know that they don't tell they know about Ebola. They say the man ain't got Ebola. You see? So, like the other people in other channels, yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, Famul, now we play for President Julius Maada bio. The line still open. If you want to take part on this discussion, lawyer, you waiting President Julius Maada bio say, what you don't do, you don't change the face of Salon.
Kingdom, education, be one of the top priorities they way for the on with development agenda, even at the community level. Make sure say we build good schools there. Make sure say we support the school system. The school system, not just the building, but the teachers then. Make sure say you begin to go to school. And like the paramount chief been saying, we don't give iPad then, small computer to all the paramount chiefs then. And anytime they enter any school, we don't know. We don't draw them up. We know how many times every paramount chief, the one that we're going to go, the one that will not go, we know. Because when I forget interest in when our schools then, when the teacher they know say the paramount chief they check, then they will be responsible, they will go to school and they will teach the picking them. So Tom Colini, what's he make with the gladdy today? Because who with the gladdy, what would they give? We know the thief. That's what a Nyampi government is. Now that make the MCC, Retweet, what will come 2018, we've been there 47, now we're there in the 80s for we fight against corruption. And they also talk saying, we're not a sober government, we're not the fed for our people then. We don't win one big thing with them called the MCC Compact. We will forget nothing less than $450 million. Now price we win. They don't start them long ago. APC no ever win them. And they can never win it. By their nature, they can never win that. Good governance, people-led governance. We don't get that one day. And I want to tell when I say, yes, we the struggle with the educational system, but we effort in the past 5 years have been recognized internationally. And today, when the United Nations want to talk about the problems of education of the world, the United Nations Secretary General chose no one else but the President of this great republic for be the co-chair for transforming education in the world. When they want to resolve the issues of education in the world, he said, I need 5 champions in the world for champion education. I, your president, is one of the champions, one of 5 leaders in the whole world for champion education. When the world gather, they say, man will look which government they work so well. Man will choose one person for Gian Price. They chose my Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education as the best minister of the whole world. So I don't wait till the wait again. 5 years, I don't change with history. 5 years, we are no longer tagged by stigmatization. First thing then they say, we. Now Ebola no more they stable for. They say na Kotan no more we they do. Na corruption no more mudslide. In the most difficult global situation as we have, I don't fit and redeem the name of Sierra Leone. We can only go.
So Sierra Leoneans then, the president say he deserve an accolade, he deserve a round of applause because he say he don't redeem the name of Sierra Leone, he don't change the face of Sierra Leone. But here is the vice president. Please, Leone, listen.
One Medina, one bridge, one Medina. How they build the bridge there? I want to tell you thank you. I want to know say the commitment of His Excellency the President for building this bridge. Inshallah, summa inshallah, the bridge must be there. I want to tell the people of Medina thank you when they come up for welcome me. I want to in the next 5 years, Medina self go file a free tour. Light go in a ya, water go in a ya, bridge go in a ya, road go in a ya, school go in a ya, light go in a ya. All man go school, all man go get work. The girl picking them go work, the boy picking them go work, the mommy them go work. Water go come, light go come, everything go in a ya. So I want to know thank you. I want to know say the SSPP government na talk and do government. When they talk, they do am. When we say we bring free education, we bring free education. When we say we pay school bus, we pay school bus. When we say I don't say we go bring water na ya, light go kaya, road go kaya, bridge go kaya, school go there ya. Secondary school go there, work go there for una. The girl picking them go work, the boy picking them go work, and the mama then say go cook for you all go grab.
So Fambule, go na Medina after 5 years. Go na Medina, see if any of those promises can come into reality. Go. You know, the thing is, social media don't help today. I mean, the talk all they talk was small. We just prove, we just judge the evidence we put on. That's arguments, you know, they see. If these people then deliver them promises here, I don't know if they even worry about campaigning. It's simple. People then get high, then get sense. Saloma no food. But perhaps the last thing I will share before we done the program, with all this, these are the tweets of President Julius Maada. This we go now. The last one this will go share, and we end the program. The tweets, you know, it's been 5 years. We answered the noble call to service and chose the path less traveled by committing to build the next generation instead of focusing on the next election. Today, I look back with contentment amidst the 3 years of global economic upheaval brought about the twin shock of the COVID-19 pandemic and the Ukraine-Russia war. Despite all this, our administration has made significant developmental strides to improve the quality of life of Sierra Leoneans. Wow. As we move towards the halfway line, I look forward with enthusiasm and a greater resolve, knowing that what lies ahead of our great nation is greater than the challenges of yesterday. We remain fired up and ready to transition from the new direction to staying in the right direction for the sustainability of our economic development efforts in Sierra Leone. 5 done, 5 more to go. So technically, President Julius Maada is asking for you guys to give him another 5 years because he has changed the lives of Sierra Leoneans. All right. So now this we get time for. We're not even going to travel. No, we're not going to church Sunday because we're there tomorrow. We're not going to church Sunday. Like I be say yesterday, perhaps we will make another segment on this 5 years because I mean 5 years we're not going to can talk inside 1 hour. Impossible. Lord just take few of our text. We value now that make even though we're tired, we still at least put ourselves up for Leona. No say yes, we value our comments there. This one they come up from Talk Ilorin. So, what did Koroma do to bring his friends Kemosi and Afsatu to justice? we are they untouchable or not? What penalty did they get for their crimes? That's a good question. Well, Kemos is a lost in position. He lost a minister of, he was the minister of transport and aviation. He lost her. So now in a punishment. He lost her. Afsa Tukaba lost in punishment. Whether them pay the money or not get that fact, because a long years they are never get any. But there was a sort of like a message where that was inspiring. I know they talk about the second term of Anescoma, but the first term was superb in the sense that he really managed the economy. It was doing Anescoma in time Salon become the fastest growing economy in the world. Not to me say, check out the World Bank, Google her, just Google her. You see and they. This one they come up from Alsan Conte, my dear presenter. Even a 3-year-old child felt the cry of our beloved country. This one they come up from Atko, by Maada Bio, back to Ghana, time done. This one they come up from Fakunde Jawara. It's not a blessing but a suffering. This one they come up from Fode Biro. Our beloved Sierra Leone have no structure. That is our biggest problem in the country. All right, so Fambulem, I need for rush up now and tell her plenty thank you. If my first time this for January, we ask that please help we subscribe, like we page on Facebook, Talking Point platform, help we share these, invite your friends, invite your family members. That's not the platform for all Sierra Leoneans there. We get for the look at the 5-10 top fans and the super fans there. On our birthdays there, we get for the wishing a happy birthdays there, read them for Naya, all for free. So this is not like a family, we build a family for let we push Salongo before. Now this it will be part of your own contribution where we go help for contribute. So until then, una bye bye. This na Mohammed Kabo. We come back. We're going forward as usual with the flyer. Don't forget to click the notification bell. We come back. Until then, una bye bye.
Oh yeah, Talking Point platform, TTPTV. Oh yeah, Unale we pledge, we love and loyalty to we sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one.